We live in a world where the inputs never stop. Deadlines, financial pressures, and digital noise pile up and bury us. When that pressure hits, our first biological instinct is to treat the feeling as a threat. We brace to fight it, or we look for the nearest exit to escape it. That instinct kicks off a vicious behavioral cycle. We lie awake overthinking, scroll through our phones for hours, and sacrifice our physical health. When an initial stressor is channeled through avoidance and resistance, a feedback loop magnifies the signal. Because the signal keeps multiplying, the stress takes over, acting like a massive, hostile force actively controlling our daily lives. Treating that feeling as an external enemy keeps us in a cycle of fighting ourselves, leaving the actual cause of the sensation completely untouched. Stress evolved as a biological alarm system, wired into us over millions of years to keep us safe from physical threats. This split-screen diagram shows the nervous system misfire. It triggers identically for an approaching predator or a new email notification. Our system overloads, and instead of addressing the email, we spend our energy trying to smash the biological alarm. We don't have to stay stuck in that loop. We can manually override this false alarm by using a specific set of biological interventions. The first intervention is a physiological override. Deep, rhythmic breathing acts as a mechanical switch. It directly lowers your heart rate and signals your nervous system to return to a calm, baseline state. Then comes the physical reset. Movement and quality sleep actively metabolize accumulated stress hormones out of your system. This clears the biochemical backlog from your body, shifting you from high alert to physical calm. If you want to manage mental stress, you have to stabilize your physical body first. You quiet the alarm so your mind can focus on the actual fire. Once the body is calm, the physical alarm stops ringing, but the mind still has to process the abstract anxieties that are left behind. This graphic illustrates the process of cognitive offloading. By writing your worries in a journal, you take looping, abstract anxieties out of your brain, turning them into concrete, manageable data points. The next tool is social regulation, which operates on a slightly counterintuitive biological mechanism, shifting your focus outward to help another person. When you foster a social connection, you interrupt the internal echo chamber of your own anxiety. This outward focus triggers the release of regulating hormones that actively weaken your biological stress response. Finally, there is mindfulness. This is the practice of simply observing your own thoughts as they happen, without passing judgment or reacting to them immediately. We can visualize this observation process in this diagram. Watching a thought creates a fixed distance, demonstrating how we can acknowledge an anxiety without allowing it to intersect with or hijack the brain. These psychological tools do not change the external world. The deadlines remain, the noise remains, but they rewire your internal capacity to process those inputs without triggering a false alarm. Applying these physiological and psychological tools reveals an uncomfortable truth. Stress is never going to permanently disappear from your life. The actual goal is a reduction in scale. The stress response shrinks down to coexist within you without controlling your actions. Peace is the internal capacity to manage the alarm system when it rings, regardless of external chaos. You don't have to carry the impossible burden of defeating stress once and for all. You only need the courage to scale it down, pause, and take one calm breath.